Yes, thank you. Good evening, sir. Mr. Tony Gomez. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Please, what's the Ghanaian? Are you the man's husband?
Yes, I'm Afiba's husband, and I'm not Ghanaian, actually.
Okay.
My people, update about the latest matter wey dey circulate on the internet space right now concerning two young ladies, a Ghanaian and a Nigerian, Afiba and Celine, wey dem go runs for Abia State. Dem go meet a man called Mr. Andrew. Andrew himself, he go kpai the two ladies. My people, I don't know how many of you is aware of this story, but then again, this is a recent update of the husband of Afiba. Afiba, the Ghanaian lady, wey dem go runs hook up in Aba. I will drop the full video for you guys to listen, please, so that you will get updated what really went down. This one really shock to think say the Ghanaian lady was married and her husband looking at things, the husband was well-to-do man and not be African man. So I asked myself, why did she go for us? But then again, I want to listen everything where the husband have to say. He cry. Then we will come back again. Thank you, people. Please, now just be this like, share, and subscribe as you watch. Please subscribe and share. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Good evening, sir. Mr. Tony Gomez. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Please, what's the Ghanaian? Are you the man's husband?
Yes, I'm Afiba's husband, and I'm not Ghanaian, actually.
Okay.
I live in Dubai, and yeah, we've been on this case since 30 days. And we don't want to speak about the system in Nigeria, but I want to say some truths that no one knows. The person who asked me to get 2 million naira, or like send 2 million naira to him, was Darlington, which is the boyfriend of Blessing, and Blessing is the friend of Afiba in Celine. And he was always calling me twice or thrice a day, asking me not to mention his name into all of this. So why did he ask me for that? I'm very sure he has very good connections. I don't know if he's a politician. I don't know his family name, but I can get all these details. I was pressured a lot to send this amount so he can send the squad to the to Aba or whatever it is, and they can take custody of Andrew, because the Aba police, obviously, they're just ridiculous. I've been calling them, speaking to them, trying to do my best, and they tell me, oh, you know what, Celine might be playing pranks on us, and she just came on Snapchat, and none of that is true. None of that is true. She has never been online, and none of that is true. So they were even favoring Andrew all this time. They were with him all the time. He had his phone in the cell, and this is really ridiculous. No police on this planet would ever do such a ridiculous thing. None of the police would ever do this. He had his phone in the cell. He was well fed. He was well groomed. He was well dressed, and he was doing whatever he wants. And he was watching all the allegations against him, and he was creating a compelling story to the public so he can flee from it. That's why I'm saying all of this is a lie. Andrew has created a scenario in his head. The way he laid the ladies, the way he laid my wife. I know how my wife sleeps, actually. This is an abnormal. She's not lying normally. She's not lying normally. Yeah. Why is her with the wig? This is really on purpose. It's scripted. It's scripted. It's like a movie. One matter of fact, I just want to bring this up. You know, these mermaids in movies, they cover them with some hair extensions. And so this is, I've read a lot of books about these kind of people and what can go through their minds. They are smarter than the average people, and a lot of scenarios can go through their minds, and they can really be covering up everything. Why the ladies not showing in the video? Neither of them. The body is perfectly positioned that it covers Celine's body and it covers her body too, which means he knows he's sending this video to the public. And he knows that this video is, if it's published on Facebook or Instagram, it would be taken down because of news. So he covered these things. So this would always be on social media and would never be taken down. These are not only assumptions we're making. The very first assumptions we made since day one were all right. 95% of the assumptions we made about Andrew since day one, myself and Celine's boyfriend, were 90% right. We are not saying we are smart. We are not saying we are investigators, but we just think logic and we want to say the truth. So what has been happening now, there's a lot of dragging, there's a lot of delaying in times, there's a lot of non-taking actions. This Darlington and this Blessing has to be questioned. Why did Blessing flee from Port Harcourt to Abuja when the police asked her to come and give her statement? Why did she flee there? When when Andrew was in custody on the 7th of May, on the 8th of May, I'm sorry, he was held on the 8th of May. The police was outside of his house. And they stood up about like 8 hours trying to enter from the building from the top. And he said, if you break the door, no. Why would you want, if you don't know that you did something so bad that would take you 50 years in prison to recover from it? Why is the public not asking all these questions? Why is the public not asking all these questions? We have to wake up. This is a full story. It's a made-up story. This guy is a criminal doing this for a lot of ladies, and he's been covering up. All his neighbors have to be questioned. All his neighbors. The CCTV camera in that state has to be even tracked. There's a CCTV camera in the state where the compound he's in. All that needs to be tracked. All that needs to be tracked. Why is his house bulletproof? Why is the police not asking all these questions? This guy knows what he's doing very well, and he's been prepared for it. Then the video that my wife sent shows two pillows on a chair, and it's like that someone was making himself comfortable, and you could see pieces of plastic broken on the ground, which means some struggling was happening there. Some struggling was happening there. As the first victim that went to testify in Abuja, I don't want to mention her name, she said immediately she entered his house, she got knocked off. Point at is, since that Andrew, I want to bring two things before I close this call. Two things. First, if that Andrew is saying that they left his house, who was viewing my messages sent to my wife? Who was blue ticking me? Blue ticking means viewed the message, read the message.
Reading it, yeah.
I was sending my wife messages. He was viewing the messages, and he was never replying. He was never replying the messages. And that was until he was arrested on the 8th of May. That guy stopped viewing the messages. The day he was arrested, she went offline forever. He was the one checking everything. He was playing. He was trying to create a compelling.
Yes, he had their phones. He had their phones. And I can ideally tell you that when the police were saying they found the phones in Owerri, maybe he locked them up, went to another location. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? But obviously, it is very obvious that he has their phones with him, and then he tries to see what is going on, who is trying to reach out, what he's trying to monitor. That guy is a sit down to calculate anything.
I'm an engineer. And I can tell you two things from all this case. It doesn't add up. First, you can change your IP address without going to another location. You can change your location of where I am now. I could literally put myself in America. Second thing, this car is an E2020 220 Mercedes-Benz 2017. That car doesn't have the technology which is called MBUX of Mercedes, which has facial recognition. That car doesn't have it. It's the low model of Mercedes. It's not the S-Class. It's the S-Class and the Maybach that has these options. It doesn't have it. And these people lied. They said, oh, they had to put him in the seat so that the car would recognize him. I'm sorry to say, it's a lie. It's a complete lie. I'm telling you this. This technology doesn't exist in 2017 in Mercedes cars, especially this model.
We believe you.
Going back to the other thing, going back to the excuse me. So he had their phones. He was creating a compelling story to the public because he knew that what he has done. All right. So we want to know the dates that he sent these messages. And he said, oh, when can you come to this? And then there's that 1 million naira, whatever. We want to see the dates because he could have used their phones, chatted himself from Celine's phone, replied the message, chatted himself again, replied the message.
I agree
if you look at the time,
I agree with you.
Look at the times. These minutes, it's just in the same minute he's replying. And those are not replies of Celine. I spoke to a family, I spoke to a boyfriend. She doesn't reply that way. That's an English reply from an English man. That's not a Nigerian lady's reply. Okay. Nigerian ladies reply a certain way. This is a clearly English reply. He was the person doing all this. And let's bring it up. Let him bring it up. I'm very sure that a lot of things we don't know about Andrew, but I can really assure you, he wants us to see what he wants us to see.
My people, there is a lot to learn here. Apparently, Celine and Afiba, they get a friend. And that friend now hook Celine up to Mr. Andrew, the Abba man, wait by Celine and afiba. While Celine was going to Aba, this Andrew come tell and say, come with a friend, don't come alone, because he had a plan. To cut the whole story short, now, afiba, the Ghanaian lady, where she herself, she don't buy. Now the husband be this. See am for this picture down here. This is Celine, this is the husband's sister, and the husband in this picture, and they be oyibo. I don't know what afiba was doing in Nigeria. If she was a student, we still not really know what she do for Nigeria. But she was a married woman. Now, people go to ask themselves this question. Waiting where married woman go come the fine for hookup and runs. She go follow Celine. Celine, they go her hookup. Celine tell and say, make them follow me, then go eat, have good time. Knowing fully well that you're a married woman, and from the looks and likes of things, this husband has been taking care of afiba while she was in Nigeria, I believe as a student. My people, this matter, there is a lot to learn here. They are still on investigation. It is ongoing. I go to keep you people feedback when I don't hear the side of the husband of afiba. They feel so much pain, how the wife was lied, taken to Aba, and at the end of the day, I don't see the whole story. Even the Mr. Andrew himself, I don't hear waiting where afiba husband talk, while then arrest him, then keep him for sale, and he was living large, he was having his phone, he was connected, and he was knowing all what was going on. As a matter of fact, this husband now, they even believe, say, this Mr. Andrew, the man with the black eyeglasses, when I him be the person who buy these two beautiful ladies, this husband not they believe say he don't buy. No. Although they came outside and said they don't buy him, the oyibo husband say he not they believe that story. Say he never even see Mr. Andrew body, so he not they believe say they buy him. They should come out and say what really happened. My people, I won't draw my curtains here. I won't rest my case here. This is one thing we have to learn. Anyhow, let us be contented with what we have. From the likes of things, afiba was okay. The husband was taking care of her. So what went wrong? Anyway, my people, please drop your comments down in the comment section. I'll be back in a jiffy. Please like my video, share my video, subscribe to my channel, and drop us a comment. Thank you so much.